He was the most beautiful footballer of his generation, and he single-handedly dragged Italy to a World Cup final. Then, with the trophy in sight, Roberto Baggio stepped up to take a penalty, and his whole story changed forever. Roberto Baggio played for Italy, and he was pure elegance. A creative forward with a low centre of gravity, he glided past defenders and scored goals of rare grace and imagination. His distinctive ponytail gave him his nickname, the Divine Ponytail. It suited him. There was something almost artistic, even spiritual, about the way he played the game. He was a genuine number 10, a playmaker who could both create and score. He threaded impossible passes, then finished chances himself with the calm of a natural goalscorer. In 1993, he was named the best player in the world, winning the Ballon d'Or. At his peak, Baggio was simply the finest footballer on the planet, admired everywhere for his beauty and skill. Then came the 1994 World Cup, held in the United States. Italy, despite their talent, started poorly and looked like crashing out early. They desperately needed a hero to rescue them. Baggio became that hero. As Italy teetered on the edge, he took the whole team on his shoulders and dragged them through the knockout rounds with a series of vital, brilliant goals. He scored in match after match, rescuing Italy when defeat loomed. It was one of the great individual tournament performances, a single player refusing to let his country go home. Through his brilliance, Italy reached the final against Brazil. Baggio had carried them there almost alone. One more step, and he would crown his genius with the ultimate prize. But there was a shadow. Baggio was carrying an injury, playing through pain. The grueling tournament had taken its toll, and he was not fully fit for the biggest match of his life. The final itself was tense and cagey. Two great teams cancelled each other out, and after extra time it remained goalless. For the first time, a World Cup final would be decided by penalties. The shootout was agonising. Both sides traded kicks under unbearable pressure. Then it came down to Baggio, the hero of the tournament, needing to score to keep Italy alive. Baggio, injured and exhausted, placed the ball on the spot. The weight of a nation and a whole tournament of heroics rested on this single kick. He struck it and the ball flew high, it sailed over the crossbar. Baggio had missed, Brazil were world champions, and the image of him standing frozen, head bowed, hands on hips, became one of the most haunting in football history. It was cruel beyond words. The man who had dragged Italy to the final, through sheer genius, would be remembered by many for one missed kick. The hero became, unfairly, the villain. Consider the injustice of it. Without Baggio, Italy would never have reached that final. He carried them there. Yet the lasting image is not his brilliance, but that one moment of heartbreak. Baggio himself carried it with dignity. He spoke about the miss honestly, admitting it haunted him, but refusing to let it define how he saw his own career and his love of the game. And his career was far more than that kick. He played on for years, at several great clubs, scoring beautiful goals and delighting fans, a genius long after that painful night. He kept reinventing himself as the years passed. As his explosive pace faded, he dropped deeper, becoming a pure creator, proving his football brain was as sharp as his finishing. Fans across Italy adored him regardless of which club he played for. In a fiercely tribal country, Baggio was that rare figure loved almost universally for his artistry and humility. He was also a man of deep principle. A committed Buddhist, thoughtful and gentle, he carried himself with a grace off the pitch that matched the elegance he showed on it. Here is my honest opinion. It is deeply unfair that one kick overshadows such a beautiful career. Baggio was a genius who gave the game elegance, and he deserves to be remembered for that. His story is a warning about how we remember people. A single moment, frozen and replayed, can unjustly define a lifetime of brilliance. We too often recall the failure, not the triumphs. The lesson reaches beyond football. One failure, however painful, does not erase everything that came before it. Baggio missed one penalty. He also dragged a nation to the brink of glory. So that is Roberto Baggio, the Divine Ponytail, an elegant genius who carried Italy to a World Cup final, then was defined by one missed penalty. A beautiful career, deserving far more than that single kick. If you love football stories told straight, subscribe to Sports Vogue so the next one finds you, and share this with a mate who would argue about it all night. And tell us in the comments which story we should break down next. We will see you at the next one.